A bestiary as a live service. What does that mean, and has it been done before? Well, I don't know if it's been done before, but I do think that it's a pretty damn good idea, even if I do say so myself. And it's only one of the reasons to get your hands on the Quintessential Bestiary. Hi there, fellow roleplayers and game masters. Today I want to talk about this, the Crematorium, which is a monster, which is a part of the Quintessential Bestiary that we're doing for our current Kickstarter campaign for the Quintessential Guide to Urban Encounters. No, I don't want to go into a lot of details about this Kickstarter right now. Basically, it's the follow-up to this book, the Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters, and we are funding it. It's already been funded and still has 6 more days to go. Now, a lot of people have been asking us, why should I pick up the Quintessential Bestiary? Because from the Kickstarter campaign, we talk about how we are creating a bestiary that has the monsters from both the first book and the second book just in one convenient bestiary, right? And people are like, why should I take this bestiary if it only has content that I already have from the 2 books? Well, there's actually a few reasons why you should get the bestiary. Now, if you back for this project for 19 euros, which is about 20 US dollars, you get the Quintessential Guide to Urban Encounters with a print code and a PDF and everything. If you add 10 euros to that pledge, you also get the bestiary in PDF and print code and all of that jazz, right? So only just like upgrading your pledge could be well worth it. And here are just a few reasons why you should pick up the Quintessential Bestiary. Now, there's a few reasons why you should pick up the Quintessential Bestiary when backing the Quintessential Guides to Urban Encounters. First of all, it is a live service, and by that I mean it has the monsters from this book, it has monsters from the second book that we're funding and creating right now, but me and Wally DM and JVC Perry really have a lot of ideas of doing more Quintessential guides. So right now we have Quintessential Guide to Monster Encounters, there's going to be a Quintessential Guide to Urban Encounters, but probably further down the line there might be something like the Quintessential Guide to Dungeon Encounters, or Role-Playing Encounters, or Sky Encounters, or Mountains Encounters, or Sea Encounters, or Seafaring Encounters, or whatever, right? All of the monsters we create for those books following this one will all be added to this bestiary once we have those monsters and those stat blocks. That means that you have a download code. If you back this, you have a download code for Drive-Thru-RPG, and you can grab the PDF from Drive-Thru-RPG with that download code. You can also decide to print it, and you will just pay the printing costs, but you can decide to print it, right? But then when we do another book, another one of these, and we add more monsters to it, we will update that PDF, so you get a message like, hey, the PDF has been updated with, like, I don't know, 10, 20 new monsters or whatever, and you can then re-download it. If you haven't yet printed it, you can then just decide, now I want to print it, because now it has so many monsters that I really want to print it. So even if you don't back the third book in the series, you're still getting the monsters from the third book in the series, which is like incredible value. Next up, there is the fact of the matter that we are not just copy-pasting monsters from the books into the bestiary. Well, we are, but we also aren't. By the way, if you want to download this, what you're seeing right now, as a PDF and use it in your game, feel free to do so. Link will be somewhere in the description below. You might have to follow to the Kickstarter page and you can download it for yourself. No questions asked. Just use it and tell us what you think of it. Now, what we're doing with these monsters is some of these monsters stat blocks from the books have been created with the encounter in mind that we've written for that monster, meaning that some stuff is really super specific. For example, the Crematorium had a stunning memory. It has an ability called Stunning Memories, where a creature hit by a Crematorium experiences a memory from the Crematorium's previous life. Roll on the Stunning Memories table to create your own. Now, one of these stunning memories was like really specific for the encounter that was in this book. So what we're doing is we are changing little tidbits of the stat block and of the text that goes with the monster to fit a more general theme. So you actually have a monster that you can use generally in all of your campaigns. If you need an undead monster to spawn from a pot of ashes, you have your Crematorium ready to use. On top of that, we're creating like extra bits of lore, and for example, there's a treasure table here, there's adventure hooks here, there's like a bit of lore, making it more of a bestiary and with not just stat blocks, but more like a bestiary like the way Nord Games handles bestiaries, where there's like more information and hooks on how to potentially use a creature from said bestiary. For example, there's this really clever D12 table. If you roll a 1 to a 6, which is 50% chance, you have no treasure, and the rest of the 50% is all kinds of different types of treasure. There's a stunning memories table, so if this monster hits a character, you roll on the stunning memories table, and for example, you roll a 7, the creature remembers hiding a key in a bottle of wine, which is really cool further down the line, because if somebody rolls that and experiences that memory, they could go looking for that bottle of wine, find the key, and then you just make sure there's like a door with some kind of treasure that opens from that key, right? That's the way we want to really handle monsters from the first book and this book into the bestiary. And then there is reason number 3, and that is convenience. Now, a lot of people, after creating the first book and after like showing parts of the second book that we have already finished, people really like some of the monsters. Specifically, they like the encounter, they roll the encounter with a group, but they might want to use the monster in another way or whatever, so they want to use the monster. And people just don't want to carry 2 enormous encounter books around just for the monsters, right? Especially if you use physical books, that's really a burden, but also if you use PDFs, you need to like really search through the encounters to find your monster, right? Because sometimes the encounter is named differently from the monster, so you need to go in the back and kind of like look for the monster itself and then go back, and it's just not convenient. But having a bestiary with all of the monsters, with extra lore, with adventure hooks, treasure, whatever makes sense for that monster, it's just really convenient. You can download it on your tablet, have the tablet on your table, and you just have like a full extra bestiary to use at your table. And yeah, that's it. Me and Wally DM actually really believe that we are offering something of incredible value to you if you pick up this bestiary. Not only are you getting the full quintessential guide to Urban Encounters, which has a bunch of Urban Encounters, micro encounters, NPCs, a full-fledged city, everything you expect from a book titled The Quintessential Guide to Urban Encounters, you're also getting yourself a bestiary on top of that with added lore, adjusted stat blocks, adjusted treasure tables, encounter tables, all of that stuff you expect from a good bestiary, and we are really excited to work on it, and we would really like you to back it before the project ends, because then we can create the best version of the books that we possibly can. Until next video, bye bye.